Hello, this is Space Raptor for Space Raptor Gaming,
Hayabusa,
and welcome to my next-gen console choice, which, for me, I weighed up all odds of the Xbox One, the PS4, and the Wii U, and decided actually to go with the Wii U. I'll explain why in a few moments. There's a few reasons why.
Be careful, Hayabusa.
Actually, mostly it was a bit of an accident because I know my wife and my children wanted a system, so I basically sold my PS3 and all its games to get this system for them, and then I started kind of having a play with it, as you do, and realised that this system was not as underpowered as everybody was saying it was, and it's absolutely awesome. Fell in love with it as soon as I started playing with it. For me, it's the best Nintendo system since the Nintendo 64, and that was a legendary system. And this is really up there for me. I've not had so much fun in such a long time with a brand new console. I'm so happy. I'm kind of glad I left it a while, so just because consoles, when they first come out, there isn't a great selection of software on it. Leave it about 12 to 18 months and you'll find you can go and take your pick of whatever software there is out there. Another good reason for having one of these is your multiplayer's not stuck behind a paywall, and that for me is a bonus. You know, I'm a casual multiplayer at best anyway. I don't play multiplayer all the time. I like my single player way too much. And it's not behind the paywall. It's free to play games online with the Nintendo. So, there you go. And another thing that Nintendo seem to really like, and it's something I miss from the last generation of consoles, is all the games stop putting split screen on, and I like playing split screen with my family. I always have. Or if I've got a few friends round or we're having a few drinks, we'd like to play some split screen on one telly. Split screen multiplayer for me is much better because you're getting the instant reactions of your friends, and that's it. You're playing with your friends, you're not playing with strangers. I think this is my objection to multiplayer online, is I'm playing with a bunch of strangers I don't know, you know, and I'm not enjoying the experience, you know. Mostly there's very immature people, so I'm really not that interested. So there's a few benefits to the Wii that I don't think are getting highlighted in the game press. I think everybody sees this system as a bit of a joke, but by no means is this a joke, and it's here to stay as well. They've just released the Mario Kart 8, and that is doing phenomenally well at the moment. I'm sure that game alone is going to sell quite a few systems. So, although we were quite worried about the Wii U, I think Nintendo have got it all in hand. I think this E3 as well, the 2014 E3 is going to show some stellar releases to come on the Wii U, because I know they're focusing on that and letting the 3DS just do its own thing. So the best is yet to come, I think. We've got another fighting game definitely to come in Super Smash Bros., which is a legendary game. I do believe Retro Games are working on a game, whether that's a new Metroid game or whether that's going to be Star Fox. I have no idea, but I'm really excited to find out, because Retro Games are awesome, and they did the last three Metroid Prime games, so, and each one of them I think received a 10 rating. They were just perfect games, and they were awesome to play. And they weren't first-person shooters either. They were first-person adventure games, with the element of shooting in there, but you know, they were mostly adventure games. And I kind of like that because I'm getting a bit bored with the stale old first-person shooter genre. There's nothing new happening in there at all. So I'm quite glad that Nintendo hasn't got too many first-person shooters on it. And you know, I like to play the odd one, so I'm sure there's enough there for me to. But I've just got a bit bored with shooters, if I'm honest. Nobody's doing anything new, and I just got a bit fed up with them. So I'm glad I'm forced to look at other game genres to get my gaming fix on the Nintendo, and I'm playing a lot more variety of games, so I'm really happy. And they get the Call of Duties on there. If I really want to play Call of Duty or something, I can still do that. I can still get a bit of a first-person shooter fix. Enough for me, I think. There are some Western developers developing for the Nintendo as well. We've got Ubisoft. They're producing Watch Dogs for it. So I'm super excited for that. It's taking longer to develop, like everybody seems to take longer to develop the Nintendo. I think it's just because they want to incorporate the touchscreen properly. Ubisoft, I'm really happy with the way they handled the touchscreen games with it. They really seem to have adopted this idea of the touchscreen, and their games are absolutely amazing with it. So, and again, Team Ninja have done a really good job here with the touchscreen. They've implemented it really well. Mostly as you know, a combat menu for opening up the new moves and all that. But it just means you don't have to open up sub-menus, although it does open up them sub-menus on the screen. I think that's because the Pro Controller works with this system as well, and that wouldn't be able to use the touchscreen, so I think they've had to implement two systems there to work with it. But I'm having absolutely no trouble with this game on the actual controller that comes with it. I don't see the need in the foreseeable future to use the Pro Controller with it. If I think there's a negative with this system, is that controller-wise it's got a bit of an identity crisis. The Pro Controller is like an Xbox controller. So there's that. And you can use the Wii remotes and nunchucks with it, and you can use this tablet with it. And I just think that's a bit of a mistake. Adding all these control schemes to games, I think it muddies the waters quite a bit, and it's probably why a lot of people are confused by the Wii U. But honestly, it's an absolutely awesome console, and I'm so glad we made this choice, and it's £100 cheaper than all the other next-gen consoles. And yeah, you've got to be price conscious these days. Money certainly doesn't grow on trees, and there is still a recession on, and they think they can sell these consoles at nearly £400. This is more realistically priced at £250, and I think you can pick them up in some places for £200. I do believe Tesco's are doing a deal with £200 consoles, and I think that's enough. Plus, I've been picking up some bargains games-wise with this. This particular game that I'm playing now, I picked up for £10. Picked an Assassin's Creed game up for £6, and you know, I'm not seeing the bargains on the PS4 and the Xbox One. They're still all full-price games, but yeah, I am picking up some incredible bargains on it. I think I bought 4 or 5 games and only spent £30, so I was quite happy. And there's a lot of people going, well, I'm too much of a hardcore gamer to go with Nintendo. And it's like, well, I'm actually a hardcore gamer. The way I differentiate whether I'm hardcore or not is how good I am at the games, how many hours I put into gaming. And I could average 35 hours a week gaming. So I think anything over a full-time job is it's hardcore. Simple as. No, so I'm a hardcore gamer. This is certainly a hardcore game. This isn't a children's game. In fact, I'd probably be horrified if my kids were playing this. It's so violent, and it's. But I love Ninja Gaiden games. I always have. And it's like the home of hardcore has always been Nintendo anyway. Sony back in the day on the original PlayStation, but I think they've softened to Western gameplay styles and what Western gamers want, which is a softcore experience. To be honest, but I do like my hardcore experience. You know, there's two ways you can play a game. You can just play it through to completion, like with this, or you can spend the years mastering it to truly be an amazing gamer with it. And I'll be somewhere in the middle there. I probably won't master it as well as some people do, but I'll certainly put a good 6 to 8 months into playing this game over and over, different difficulty levels, until I've thoroughly enjoyed this game, and I'll probably trade it on or something like that. And this is a fascinating side to it. There's a real stealth element to it. I thought that's amazing that they've put this little stealth element in here. Because ninjas are stealthy, obviously. Here I go, cloak mode, and just strike when I'm in within arm's length. Although I make a bit of a mistake here.
Can you make anything out?
But yeah, they're the reasons why I chose Nintendo. I'm probably just going to commentate on the game here now, because everybody says this is a. Oh, whoops, sorry, I've just hit my microphone there. This is a bit of a dog to look at this game, and I don't get where they're coming from. Like, I play PC games all the time, so I don't see anything ropey about the graphics on this game at all. I think they're just as sharp as anything I play. In fact, certainly sharper than an Xbox 360 or PS3.
You can take this thing down.
Because you can tell that this is native 720p, whereas them machines only run natively at, what was it, 480p? Yeah, they lied to us when they said they were HD and they were ready for the HD tellies. They weren't at all. They were only 480p upscaled to 720. But that's not HD. And these games now are now showing us what HD really is within gaming. And to be fair, PC's been there for quite a few years, so there's no worries there. But I've certainly been able to tell the difference with my PC gaming, going back to console, and I go, oh my god, that's terrible. But now, with this looks absolutely fantastic. Looks, you know, maybe the textures aren't quite there to the PC. Although, to be honest, a lot of Wii developers are actually using PC texture packs for the Wii U games. So, you know, maybe I stand corrected there, because it looks just as good as I think it would on PC. I don't know whether this game is actually out on PC. I haven't done my homework there, I'll be honest with you, but I think this looks absolutely amazing and plays really, really well. It's flawless, in fact, its gameplay is flawless. So anybody saying, oh well, you know, oh it's broken, it's a broken game. No, it's not on the Wii U. That's
Such power.
and it's the only console it isn't broke on. I'm very sorry to say.
Roger.
It looks like the rest of the world was a test bed for the Wii U edition of this game. But there's another game like this coming out, Bayonetta 2, and that's exclusive for the Wii U as well. So I really enjoyed the first Bayonetta game, so I'm really, really looking forward to that. By the original creator of Devil May Cry. So that's why I like the Bayonetta games. It seems to be Nintendo as well as being the home of survival horror for quite a few years. It only really happened that because you never got any real. The first real adult game that ever hit any Nintendo system was Shadow Man. Really, that had more adult themes than most Nintendo games had at that time, and I thoroughly enjoyed playing Shadow Man. Really, really enjoyed it. I was in my 20s when the Nintendo was brought out, and I played Shadow Man to death. And no, I absolutely loved it. You know what I mean? It had adult themes to it. You were hunting down serial killers in the underworld of the undead and all that. So, and that was really one of the first games. So they started shining on. And then we got to the GameCube, and they seemed to turn into survival horror extraordinaires. And you know, I do like the odd horror game, as you've probably seen on my channel, but I'm sorry I didn't carry on with that. But I actually I like the game, and I love what the developers did with Slender, but I was too much of a scaredy cat to actually play it. I got to the third level and went, stuff that, I am not playing this game anymore. It's something about, like, I can watch any horror film, but then when you start giving me interactive horror, and it's completely different. And it freaked me out a little bit, so I stopped playing it. So that's why you didn't get the full walkthrough for that. I'm not sure I'm going to do a full walkthrough on this game. I'm just really using it something to talk over and show off my new console, which I'm very, very happy with. But maybe I will. Like, leave a comment in the comments below if you want to see any more of this game. I really love playing it, so I would love to do a walkthrough for it if people are interested in it. Simple as. Or as it is, you're just getting the first level. I'm not putting cutscenes in there unless they're actually part of the level. But so the beginning and the end of the cutscenes I won't put in there. You've got to buy the game for that experience, I think, and I don't want to spoil that experience for you. So a lot of people do, but I'm feeling, you know, in games you may buy because you haven't already, I'm kind of spoiling that experience for you, so I won't put them cutscenes in. I'll just put the gameplay in and basically show off the gameplay, because one of the things that aggravates me if I want to go and have a look at a new game is I have to fast forward the first 17 minutes of the game because somebody's put all the cutscenes at the beginning, and I actually want to see what the core gameplay is like.
Do you know where the
So,
hostages are being held?
and alright, I've been talking all the way
we can't
over
monitor
this,
anything
but you know, I'm showing the core gameplay here and just how fluent it is and how bad my actual gaming is. So it's an awesome experience, this game. I'm just getting to grips with it. I remember bits from Ninja Gaiden 2 being quite similar, so it's not stopping me too much. But to play on the higher level setting, I'm certainly going to have to up my game.
Hayabusa, what's
Oh.
wrong?
There's blood.
Are the hostages already?
I'm going on.
I don't know why I can't get through this doorway, but something was stopping me. Anyway, I got in. Over here. And I'm gonna get jumped. One of the things I don't like about this game is all the guys shouting "fuck you" all the time. And they seem quite funny and immature, but like the blood doesn't offend me, but that does. Or I think they could have kept the language out of it. Surely the violence is enough. This is probably one of the more violent games out there ever. But one of the good things about Ninja Gaiden is it's a skillful game. It's not just, you can't just button mash your way through it. You've got to block. If you don't block, you're going to die really, really quickly. So it puts a really skillful element in there for you to play with. But even for a novice like me, and I will call myself a novice at this game, even though I played 2 of them, just because there are so many better players than me at Ninja Gaiden out there, you know what I mean? I enjoy playing them, but I'm not going to say I'm the best at playing them. There's 2 different things there, being good at it and just enjoying it, and I enjoy them. But and because of the skill element, like, you can play these levels over and over again and keep like building scores up, etc., and just like increasing the skill element in your playing, and it's an infinite game, so that's why I love Ninja Gaiden. And I love any Team Ninja game. They're an awesome developer. Oh, this looks like it's your main baddie.
I've been waiting for you, hero.
Who are you?
Let's dispense with the introductions and get straight to the killing, shall we? Come, Ryu Hayabusa.
I don't know whether you've noticed that, but the cutscene and the gameplay were absolutely flawless. They were one and the same. I think gone are the days now where you saw a marked difference between the game engine and the cutscenes. Now it's all done in one. I'm trying to get in behind this guy to finish him off.
Now the curtain rises on the second.
But I think trying to get behind him, he's always guarding at the front, so I think I've got to... That's it. More moves like that. He's not as easy to kill as the rest of the people in the game. It's quite hardcore. Just because he's constantly blocking you. So this is the end of my gameplay, really. It's all going to be finished in a minute. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to carry on with this game or do something different.
Open your eyes, Ryu Hayabusa. So, how does it feel to suffer as all of your victims? No. We are both steeped in the blood of our countless victims, my brother. Farewell until we meet again.
Stop. Hayabusa, respond.
fine.
Listen, radar has picked up a missile incoming. 1 minute to impact. You need to get out of there. There's gotta be a way out somewhere.